Actually, so someone brought this up in the chat in the Twitch chat how Rear Admiral Zill once run a brawling galleon, and I'm trying to remember if that was the match where I was his co-pilot because he flew a galleon. I can't remember if it was an all brawl galleon. I feel like that's something I wouldn't actually let him do. But let me just say that match did not go well for us.
So first up for the Starbards, flying under the red banner, we have the Lancer. A galleon being piloted by Slice and Dice, port side, Watcha and Carronade with a Gatling up top. And on the Starbird side, Starbird, Minotaur and Watcha. On the back, they got a mine launcher to deter any chases. They're also bringing the Duck Duck Goose, a goldfish being piloted by Nano Duckling. Carronade on the front with a flamethrower on the port side and Banshee on the starboard.
And on the Centurions team, we have the Napoli, a Gat mortar Pyramidion now, very standard. Left side light carronade flare gun. And their ally, the Serrano, piloted by Assault Pig. We have heavy carronade goldfish, left side light carronade, right side flamethrower. So is this the first time we've seen a Gat mortar Pyra in competitive play since the 1-4 nerfs?
No. It's showed up before. I don't think it's actually that weak. Gatling going out of the Lancer. They got range. Duck Duck Goose making short work of that Gatling, and the Lancer getting arcs on the Napoli. Armor down. Watcher comes out. There it goes. Quick and easy.
Yeah, that was questionable decision.
Bold.
Well, yeah. You know how I was saying how piloting correctly you should be able to just stay out of the galleon's broadside completely? Well, flying directly into the galleon's broadside is the opposite of that. And that's something you should not do.
Serrano popping the balloon of the Lancer as it runs away.
Yeah, it actually looked like Duck Duck Goose maybe baiting them back a little bit. That's something the Centurions definitely should be aware of. They shouldn't, like, you don't chase one of the ships past the galleon. That's just a bad idea.
No. I think the way that the Centurions need to play this is get the Blenderfish on the Lancer, and then have the Gat Mortar come in. Maybe on the Lancer, probably on the Duck Duck Goose, since it's going to be a quicker, easier kill.
Definitely.
Napoli coming in lower. The Lancer's going to have arc. If a flare comes out, it is going to light up this engagement, but the Serrano has already been spotted. Carronade going out on the Serrano, and Napoli closing distance on the Duck Duck Goose. Should be able to dodge out of the way of this. Napoli overshoots and is turning hard, but the Duck Duck Goose moving in on the Serrano. Are they going to be able to take out the heavy Carronade? They have not yet, and for now, the Serrano is going to be able to have its way with the Lancer.
Yeah, and the Napoli as well. Actually, Gatling managing to take down the whole armor of the Lancer. Just landing in a real bad spot there.
Watcher goes out, able to disable the Carronade, but the flamethrower is still up, and that is going to keep the Lancer down. Minotaur throwing him off just a little bit, but the flamethrower shouldn't have any trouble getting back into arc. In the meantime, Napoli moving in on the Duck Duck Goose. Gat Mortar continuing to lay down into the armor. Mortar not quite there.
Yeah, no, during all this, the Lancer is slowly grinding away. Ooh, then the Goldfish goes down. Serrano actually is just keeping the Lancer kind of stuck there, and now they're almost gone.
Oof, Carronade from through the clouds. Napoli looking to get arc. Minotaur is making it really difficult, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Lancer is spotted. I don't know. I don't know what to think about the Minotaur. Like, it's one of those weapons that's still kind of up in the air whether it's good or not. Some people are saying it's OP. Other people are saying that it's almost completely ineffective against someone who's utilizing kerosene or moonshine. Tough to say. We haven't seen it a whole lot yet, as far as I'm aware.
I'm in the Minotaur OP camp. Definitely.
Yeah, like I've seen games where it's just completely just dominant, like just flipping the enemy ship around. They can't do anything about it, sending them to the spin cycle, and then other games where it just hits them and does nothing, and then they die because of the return fire. So I don't know. I think it'll definitely be a matchup dependent gun because the force knockback effect more effective against certain ships, particularly like the galleon or the mobula ships which have a more difficult time correcting their direction because of the slow turning acceleration. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if more teams decide to pick it up. And the other issue is that like there aren't that many ships that can even use it to begin with. Like the goldfish, you can't use it on the goldfish. Just because the goldfish, you need to be able to get kills, and you can't get kills with a Minotaur. It's just not going to happen. And then the galleon, which has really fallen out of favor with competitive teams. So the only ship that leaves is the Spire, and I don't know. Seems like the Lumberjack might be a better disabler.
Maybe. Lumberjack has a lot of trouble with the arming time, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the Minotaur has a little bit of an arming time as well, although I believe it's, 150 meters?
It's not very long at all. It's like 0.2 of a second. It's basically, you can't point blank it, and that's it.
Looks like Serrano's actually getting a little bit off base,
Uh-oh.
taking some shots to their engines, which could have some difficulty with them trying to get away.
This is tremendously awful for the Serrano. Right now, it's got to move forward and get out of arc. It's got a buffed main engine, but it's struggling. Both turning engines are down. It can't control where it goes at all.
Oh, and also the balloon. Yeah, but no, I mean,
Slow-mo. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, we're back into normal time. Gatling going down on the Lancer.
oh, Napoli, don't charge into the broadside. What did I tell you?
Yeah, what did I tell you last time? They're also going to hit a mine. They're doing literally everything wrong that they possibly could. Armor down, and now the Banshee's going to rip into the hull of the Napoli.
I mean, Serrano's got an opportunity to get some clean shots here, but they're not going to have enough time to do anything against the full red team. They have to retreat.
Duck, duck, goose. Facing away from the Serrano now. Shoving its butt into them. No, they're just going to try to run past him. Easy carronade arc. Serrano's going to try to stay on the Lancer, but it's going to bottom out on a building. It's going to pay for its aggression. The Lancer's just waiting for that moment. Watch reloaded. Waiting for the armor drop. Not quite able to get it. But either way, the Duck Duck Goose should be able to pick this up, even if the Lancer can't.
Yeah, Serrano's just taking so much damage. I mean, you know what I was saying about the broadside of a galleon being a bad engagement path? It's a bad retreatment path. Is retreatment a word? Retreat path.
There you go. Crunch.
Just stay away from it. It's not complicated. I mean, maybe at the I don't know, at the map edge, it might be a little tricky. They might kind of limit their avenues of retreat, but that is going to give the Starbards the lead.
Yeah, Starbards, 3-2 right now, both at perma hull. They're within victory range and at full perma. That is this right now is an excellent position to be in for the Starbards.
That is true. Although, I mean, I feel like all it will take is just kind of a slight strategic tweak from the blue team to really turn an engagement in their favor. If they can really abuse just find a situation to abuse the galleon, which they haven't been doing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. They haven't been trawling around very effectively. Even without flares in the clouds, they find themselves in really bad positions. As I recall, it was the Serrano that was facing away from the galleon at the beginning of that engagement, and then the Centurions decided they still wanted to stay in that engagement for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I think it was more the Serrano kind of took some Hwacha volleys and got their balloon knocked out. So they weren't able to retreat, and they didn't want to give up the one kill. So Napoli came in to try to assist, and they ended up losing both. But yeah, just kind of bad positioning from the Serrano. I think they got caught unaware, and then when they were trying to retreat, they actually hit a building and got turned around a little bit, and that contributed for sure.
All right, pause being called. Yeah, I think they want to try to wait out the slow-mo that's hit the servers.
Oh yeah, Pearton Rumble slow-mo. Party like it's 2013.
Every time we go into slow-mo, I feel like, you know what? This is how this game should actually look if it were a little more realistic. But then again, we have, like, hulls much larger than balloons on galleons. Like, look at this. It's crazy.
Just go the full way. Just, patch out movement, make it a turn-based strategy game. Why not? The ultimates, we can't get slower than turn-based, right?
Just take it down to Sins of a Solar Empire level slowness.
Adjust goldfish direction 15 degrees left. Fire one burst carronade shot.
Perfect.
Rolling for damage. Yeah, I don't know. Now it's a tabletop game. I don't know.
From now on, all Guns of Icarus competitive games will be played in Tabletop Simulator. All right,
Use
Umpause
games.
called.
Okay.
Serrano moving in.
Yeah, red team is spotted, so
They're moving it up high again. They're having the Napoli go low, Serrano go high, and the Serrano actually going to charge out ahead.
This is still slow-mo, I think. I'm kind of watching this goldfish move.
I don't think so. Here we go. They're coming around the corner and right into the broadside of the Lancer. And here it comes.
Still pretty far out. Actually, look, Serrano's actually taking a pretty high approach while the Napoli's going low. Duck Duck Goose actually getting a little bit separated by verticality from their ally, making them vulnerable to the Napoli's charge. Lancer's unable to assist.
Napoli able to get the kill on the Duck Duck Goose. The Lancer dropped down because of the balloon pop, but that meant that they were able to get arcs on the Duck Duck Goose. They bounce around quite a bit, losing a lot of their permahull, but if the Duck Duck Goose goes down, this may be worth it because the Napoli, Napoli gonna have... No, never mind. I'm getting things mixed up. Serrano and Napoli get an easy couple of kills.
That was a beautiful engagement from the Centurions. That's exactly what we're looking for. You saw Serrano, they came in high, Napoli came in low. The Lancer was unable to return any fire, just abusing those heavy weapon gun arcs. That was great play.
Yeah, you also saw the Serrano coming in high, pops the balloon. It's kind of like having a piece of meat on a string and a shark down below and someone with a pair of scissors up high. The Serrano has the pair of scissors, cuts it, drops it down into the waiting jaws of the Napoli.
Sorry, I'm like, my mind is being boggled by this shark analogy.
No, think about it. You got like the Lancer's the piece of meat, the Napoli is a shark, and the Serrano is a dude with scissors.
Okay, it's like a magician's trick gone wrong.
Something like that.
I
This
don't
time
know.
Napoli taking point. Art. Napoli coming in low. It still hasn't been spotted. Spots out on the Lancer and Duck Duck Goose. Carronade goes out, pops the Lancer's balloon. But the Napoli is actually going to go for the Duck Duck Goose. Napoli going to be in the arcs of the Lancer for just a moment, but they're not able to take advantage of it. No shots come out. Now the Duck Duck Goose is in a huge amount of trouble.
Oh yeah, taking a big bump there, and just this is the worst place to be, where the Duck Duck Goose is. This is Trouble
Lancer.
City.
Lancer getting shots out. The Duck Duck Goose might be able to go. Oh no, they bounce on invisible terrain.
Oh, so unfortunate. They almost managed to extricate themselves from that just seemingly unwinnable position, but they will succumb, leaving Centurions with the win.
Yeah. So how about that Brawl Galleon?